All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host, Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a pair of UFC strawweight bout announcements. So first up, we have Jessica Penne taking on Brianna the Bull Fortino. Fortino, formerly known as Brianna Van Buren. And this is set to go down at a UFC fight night on July 16th with a headliner that has not been named yet. This should be a good one. We've got two very good grappling-based fighters. Not exactly the greatest of strikers, but very good on the ground. And we have an experienced veteran versus a fighter who hasn't been fighting nearly as long and hasn't been as active lately. So this should make for a good one. Taking a look at the stats here, Penne is coming in at 14-5. The Bull coming in at 9-3. Now Penne is on a 2-fight run right now. She defeated Lupita Godinez via split decision a year ago, and then defeated Karolina Kowalkiewicz via submission due to armbar 8 months ago. Now, Van Buren, her last bout was a little shy of 2 years ago, where she lost a decision to Tisha Torres. And then before that, her last bout was against Lavina Souza, who she defeated by decision. That was 2 years and 9 months ago. So, Fortino, not the most active of fighters. Excuse me. She did have a child and has been taking some time off to recover since then. Let's see. Looking at the age here, we've got an 11-year age difference. Penne coming in at 39. The Bull, the younger fighter, coming in at 28. Just hitting her prime practically. Here's where things get really interesting. The height and reach favor Penne by far. Penne is 5 feet 5 inches, 166 centimeters. To Van Buren's 5 feet even, 152 centimeters. Penne has a reach of 67 inches, 170 centimeters to 62 inches, 157 centimeters. So if you've seen both of these fighters, you know Penne is long, lanky, long-limbed, just all around long and tall. Whereas the Bull, she's short, she's stout, kind of stocky, carries her weight down lower. Basically, she's built like a bit like a wrestler, like a small wrestler. So those are your stats for these two. I think this will be a good bout. You know, you got Van Buren's wrestling, Penne's BJJ. Might end up canceling each other out, and they could take it on the feet. In which case, I think Van Buren does better in the clinch. But here's the thing. Van Buren has not been fighting for a long time. I mean, her last bout was almost 2 years ago. So she has not been active at all. Now, Penne, she did have, you know, a long layoff. But since then, she's fought twice in the last year. And she's coming in more active. She has the momentum going. But then you got to turn it back to Van Buren. She's got the youth on her side, you know. She's not pushing 40. She's basically just hitting her stride, you know, physically. So this has a lot of interesting things going on to it. I think this could end up being a very good ground battle. That's at least what I'm hoping. But we'll have to see. So the next bout gets very interesting. We have Felice Herrig versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz 2. And this, as far as I can tell, is not official yet, but it is being targeted for June 4th. Now, these two first met back in April of 2018, with Kowalkiewicz coming away winner via split decision. Now, neither of these fighters have been the most active lately, and battled primarily strikers. This will be interesting just because of everything that's been going on with these two ladies lately. Just because they haven't been active, they haven't been winning lately. Some people are wondering, you know, why are these two still signed? And I think they might have a point. Let's go ahead and take a... Well, I don't have the stats available for this one yet on Tapology, but we'll go ahead and talk about them. So, Herrig is coming in at 14-9. Kowalkiewicz coming in at 12-7. Now, Herrig's coming in off of a loss to Verna Jandiroba via submission back in August of 2020. And Kowalkiewicz hasn't fought since August of last year, 2021, when she lost via submission to Jessica Penne. Both of these fighters suffered their last defeat via armbar. A similar age here, Herrig 1 year older, 37 to 36 for Kowalkiewicz. Herrig is 1 inch taller, 5 feet 4 inches, 163 centimeters to 5 feet 3 inches, 160 centimeters. And Herrig has 1 inch reach on Kowalkiewicz, 65 inches, 165 centimeters to 64 inches, 163 centimeters for Kowalkiewicz. So here you got two fighters that they're on the wrong side of their 30s. Neither of them have won a fight in recent memory. And you got to think, they're fighting for their roster spot on this one. Even with a win, they're probably still fighting for the roster spot. So both of these ladies got to come in here and look to make an impression on the UFC. I mean, Herrig's coming in on a 3-fight losing streak. Kowalkiewicz on a 5-fight losing streak. I think she's had like 1 win in that time since the title loss to Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and that was to Herrig, over Herrig. These two, I'll be honest, I'm a fan of both of these ladies. I've been following them for years now, and both of these ladies have seen better days. I think this will most likely stay on the feet for the most part. I mean, Herrig's, classical, American style, Western style kickboxer. Kowalkiewicz is a Muay Thai fighter, but mostly just focuses on her fists. How this one ends up going could be anyone's guess. I mean, I don't know what Herrig's been doing for training lately. I do know that Kowalkiewicz has come to American Top Team for this camp. And I'm hoping that a change of scenery for once for her is going to be enough to reignite that fire that we haven't seen in her, because her last few fights, really ever since the knockout loss to Jessica Andrade, she has not been the same fighter. I'm hoping that that change of scenery, getting out of Poland, getting out of Lodz, and coming to, Florida, ATT, soaking up some sun, training. She's been training with Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who's been helping her out. So maybe, fight training alongside her former rival, getting in some good training down there. I hope that'll spark, rekindle that spark for her. For Herrig, I hope she finds it too. I don't want to see a bad fighter. I don't want to see a bad fight, I should say, out of either of these two that I've just been following for years now. I mean, Herrig, it's been close to 10 years I've been following her. So I hope this one turns out good. I hope both of these ladies really deliver. So those are my thoughts on both of these fights. You got Jessica Penne versus Brianna Fortino on July 16th, and then Herrig versus Kowalkiewicz is currently targeted for June 4th. 2 fights at the lower end of the strawweight division, both needed right now. Gotta, realign the lower end of this division as far as, the rankings and just outside the rankings go, and these fights could do that. So let me know your thoughts on them in the comments down below. If you like the vid, please give it a like, share it as well, spread the news, and while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to Wmma Scene Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.